Have you ever wondered why you understand English, but you can't speak it confidently? Or how when you're alone, you can speak English fairly well, but the moment you're in a real life situation, you just forget the words and you can't express yourself confidently. Why does this happen and what's holding you back? The quick answer is your approach to language learning. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into something called a holistic approach in language learning. I'm going to break down exactly why this method could be the missing piece in your journey to fluency. And if you're stuck at an intermediate level and can't seem to improve, this video is for you. So let's get started. For most non-native speakers, the current approach to learning is pretty straightforward. Memorizing vocabulary, learning grammar rules, maybe practicing with some language app, or only attending English courses. You've probably done this yourself, right? But here's the question. Is this the solution to passing an exam at school or speaking English confidently in real life? If you want to have international experiences or live abroad, do you only need more grammar and vocabulary? Well, in the beginning stages, sure, building a basic understanding of grammar and vocabulary is important. What happens when you get to an intermediate level and you still can't speak fluently? Which is the case for most non-native speakers. So what's the problem? The problem is the valley of despair. Most non-native speakers are stuck at this valley of despair, and they don't know the right method to get out of it. Valley of despair is this frustrating point in your English journey where you feel like you're stuck and blocked and you can't go to the next level to be more fluent and confident. And trust me, you're not alone in this. I've experienced this myself on my confident English journey, and many of my clients also experienced being stuck and blocked at this stage. I actually talk more about this confident English journey and the valley of despair in a free mini training I've prepared for you. If you want to learn more about it in depth, you can click on the link in the description. But for now, let's get back to the main point of the video. So what do I mean by a holistic approach to language learning? The term holistic means looking at the big picture and addressing every part of something, not just looking at one point. You can have a holistic approach in any areas of life. For example, a holistic approach in health means taking care of your health in terms of your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. By spiritual, we simply mean having a purpose or meaning in life. For example, if someone only takes care of their physical health, but they're depressed, after some time, the mental side will impact the physical health as well, because they may no longer want to eat healthy or work out. And it's like a system that if one thing doesn't work right, after some time, the whole system starts having a problem. So only paying attention to one side isn't a long-term solution. In the same way, a holistic approach to language learning means considering all aspects of your learning journey. The mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual side. And by spiritual, it simply means having a purpose and meaning in your journey. It can be different things for different people. So let's see how each of these are translated into your language learning process. So let's start with the mental side of things. A lot of language learners don't realize this, but your mind can be your biggest obstacle or your biggest friend when learning a new language. Have you ever been in a situation where you know the words, but your mind just blanks out? It's like you forget everything you know, or maybe you start doubting yourself, thinking, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? That's your mind getting in the way. Fear, stress, anxiety, these are mental blocks that stop you from showing the best version of yourself. A holistic approach teaches you how to work with your mind, not against it. I had the chance to dive deep into learning how the brain works and use its power all my adult life in different areas of my life. It's all about working on the main issues of self-doubt, confidence, and mindset with an English coach.
An English coach can give you personalized practices based on the challenges you have to work with your mind and over time build your confidence. Now, what's the physical side of language learning? It's the part most non-native speakers are already doing, learning the language actively by learning more words and grammar.
This involves all the things you do to physically engage with the language. Speaking, listening, reading, and writing. This is crucial, of course. You need to put the language into practice regularly if you want to improve and speak. However, the problem is that most learners only focus on this step and they forget about the other parts. Practicing English alone won't be enough if your mind is working against you. For example, if you stop your progress because of self-doubt or believing negative things about yourself, or you just don't have the right skills to be able to express yourself effectively.
I've been there myself too. Beliefs such as I can't speak confidently because I'm shy, I'm old for learning a language, I'm not good with languages, or I don't have the time or someone to speak English with. The list of these excuses can never end if we want to find a reason for not practicing or doing it. I did this myself too, and I know exactly how it feels. Finally, there is the spiritual side of language learning. Now, when I say spiritual, I don't mean anything religious. This is about finding a deeper meaning or purpose behind why you're learning the language. It can be different for any person, and it has to be something that motivates you internally. Think about it. When you have a strong why, you're much more likely to stay consistent and motivated on your journey. For example, are you learning English because it'll open up career opportunities, or maybe because you want to travel or connect with people from different cultures?
When you have a purpose behind your learning, it becomes less of a chore and more of an exciting journey that you love and enjoy. This helps you stay consistent and pushes you forward, especially on the days when you feel like giving up, because that day will come. We don't live in the perfect world of being motivated all the time.
I talk about this idea in another video, power versus force. You can check it out by clicking on the link in the description. Power and force are completely different energies, and they will bring different results in the long term. And language learning is a long-term game that requires consistency. If you're stuck at an intermediate level, this approach can help you break through and start speaking English confidently. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to go deeper into this idea, you can watch a free mini training that I prepared for you that gives you the full roadmap. You can also find the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.